29. I'm recording. Here's the old clappity clap.
Okay.
All right. So you want to start out?
Sure. Hey, welcome everybody to episode 29 of Twins on Tech. And I'm Bryce. This is Brent over here.
Howdy, y'all.
And hey, look at you. Brent is back in his studio, his fancy studio.
Words.
And we're looking forward to hearing some updates from here. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago, we had a conversation about tech in school. You were interested in the new 2018 iPad, not the Pro, just the regular iPad, 9.7 inch, I think it is, because it now recognizes the pencil. Did you end up buying one?
Yep.
You did?
I did. I bought one.
Have you thought about buying another?
The pencil. I don't need another, but no, I haven't.
The reason I ask is,
do you have one for sale
today, which is Friday, May 11th, by the way. It goes through May 14th or 15th. I'm guessing through the weekend, so maybe only the 13th. Costco is having a sale where if you buy the 32 gig 2018 model and a pencil on the same order, it comes out to be $350, I think it is.
So pencil $75 off, about is what it sounds like.
Something like that.
Still a good deal. It's still a very good deal.
They say it's like $68 savings or something of that nature. I don't remember exactly, but I'm tempted. I'm tempted because I've got the 2017 model, but it has LTE, and I've really gotten used to that. So
yeah, see, that's hard to give up. The 2017 model I wasn't in love with because my wife has that one. And it is noticeably, I had the iPad Air 2 before going to the Pro 12.9 that I have now, the new or the current version.
I thought you had the first gen. You actually have the new one?
The Pro, yes, correct. Okay. The one they released last year.
Gotcha.
But 2017 iPad, whatever generation, I don't know if they refer to it as fourth generation or not, but 2017, I feel comfortable enough saying noticeably slower than the Air 2, at least for certain tasks. What? Because I had the Air 2. Yeah, because and my Air 2's older. I've had that Air 2 for, it's not my daughter's, but for a number of years. But that was basically an Air. A lot of the equivalents in that iPad, the 2017, was the first gen Air. Not everything, but a lot of it. So it wasn't like they rolled out the Air 2 with some minor tweaks. They backed out some features, and that's what made it a lower cost iPad.
Please explain.
Well, I don't have all the details in front of me, but the 2017, in order to get it at that price, because the lowest end model initially for the iPad, if you remember, was $499. Because they had the higher end processors at the time in the iPad Air 2, which was the current model. They did not roll in the newest processor to the 2017 version, the newest at the time, of course, which I think would have been the A10 maybe. So I feel like it has the A9 in it. Yeah, I feel like it has the A9 in it. I might be wrong on that, but either way, the specs in it are closer to the iPad Air than it is the Air 2, or even what we would anticipate in Air 3, at least as far as specs go. So that's why, my wife uses it just fine. For her needs, it is just fine. It does not have LTE, which she has. And it is a good product, but this current version is a very good product for the price. It is, I would say if anybody is looking to buy one, the 2018 is worth purchasing at the price. However, in your case, where you have, you're going to be doing some fact checking there. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
With you having the LTE, yeah, I can see it, but your camera is not getting it. The LTE though makes a big difference because I have the LTE and my iPad Pro, and boy oh boy, is that nice. I can tether with my phone, I suppose, but that is an awful handy feature. Although you're paying for it, of course, but it's nice.
That's what's great about mine. which also makes it harder to give it up and get something new, is I'm kind of not paying for it. I mean, I am, but
right.
so we went in to get my father-in-law a new phone. I don't remember exactly. We went in to get somebody a new phone. And they said, what did they said? They said, this is like April of last year, 2017. They said, they being AT&T, by the way, the store, that's who I have. By the way, we have a promotion right now. If you would like, you can have this. I think it was only 16. It might have been a 32. Don't remember. I have to look. And I'm using it, so I can't. But basically, it was the low end 2017 model with LTE, though. Now, she actually verbally said it was an iPad Air 2. I had at the time the iPad Air. And so I immediately grabbed it. I looked at the model number, the SKU itself, looked it up online, and it was the 2017 model. So when she came back, I said, hey, this isn't the Air. This is the brand spanking new one. She says, oh, then I apologize. I misspoke. This is the only ones we have in the back right now. All right, fair enough. So I looked on Gazelle.com because I have sold them a few of our old devices. And they would take the iPad Air, as long as it was in good condition, and it was, for $99. Well, it just so happens that AT&T says if you want to sign a 2-year contract with this deal, this iPad is only $99 plus the $10 a month to keep it going. So I said, that sounds like an excellent idea. So we did. So I paid not only the $10 a month, but $70-ish for taxes. So $99 plus 70, so $170. Again, I took my old one, the iPad Air, and sent it to Gazelle. They gave me $99 or $100. So the only thing I paid was roughly the tax and then the monthly $10 fee. So $120 total after 2 years. So I thought that was a deal worth getting. Now, I will say, and that's kind of why I'm questioning the specs, this one versus my other one, the actual iPad Air that you're talking about, this one's noticeably different speed-wise. I haven't had the Air 2, and I haven't played with that one. Of course, that one Apple claims is twice as fast. But this thing, when I tap something, it just goes. On the Air, when I would tap on something to open an app or do something inside of an app, there was a delay. It was a delay to the point of I was questioning myself. Did I not tap it? Did I hit something else? What, did it crash? Yeah, could have been my iPad. But when I moved to this guy, all those problems, all those worries went away. Tap, open, do this, boom, here it is. So again, I might have had a bum unit, but I can't say that the experience has been the same. I am going to look up the specs, though. I'll probably need some medicine for my neck later. So we're going to go.
You can toss up some. If you feel like taking a screenshot, you can toss it up on the screen, and the folks watching could see that much.
No, they can do the research. Well, no,
I guess they'll have to look.
Lazy people. They only watch 4 minutes of our videos, anyways. They're gone already.
That's true. They have. This is just. They're not even hearing this.
This is just for us.
Yeah, this is you and me. We'll look back someday when I've lost all my memory, and I can see whether or not we've talked about something.
Well, if you lost all your memory, you won't remember we did this.
My wife or my kids can tell me. I mean,
they're right now trying to forget. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're blocking us on YouTube as we speak.
My poor wife, she's so embarrassed. Just the whole idea that we do this. Really, Bryce? Really? This is what you're doing? Like, well, hasn't affected us yet, so I do this when you're either asleep or when you're sitting here watching a show that I care nothing about. And the list is getting bigger. Tech specs. Oh, these silly things. Boy, they're pushing the Pro. Everything you click on goes straight to Pro.
Well, they got me. I do really enjoy this Pro. It's not, for me, quite yet a laptop replacement. I do need to use the what do you call this guy? The MacBook Pro that I have, 2011. Because of some audio things that the iPad doesn't do that I'm not able to find anyway. I think I mentioned that either last week or the week before. Or I guess it would be the week before because last week's video was the Surface Pro 2 Surface Book 2 that you did. But as soon as they get some good audio apps, not like Ferrite. Ferrite is good for audio editing, but it does not have like background noise removal right now.
Oh, no, really?
No, it doesn't. And for a $20 app, for me, it's not worth $20. I mean, I paid the $20. It is a very good app, but again, those things that I need out of it, it doesn't have. You can edit audio very well on it, but if you have background noise, you're going to have to do something else to get that out of there. Or I need to learn whatever the feature is because it's not called remove background noise. So Audacity on the MacBook Pro here, as I've mentioned in the past, is what I use. And
yeah,
it works
they do
very
sometimes
well.
have funky terms. You're looking for noise removal or background noise or something, and then they give it some French term or something like that, and you're like, the heck is that? I don't even know what that means. This page is taking forever to load.
I thought you guys had fancy
too.
internet over there in California.
10 gigabit connection to the internet.
Well,
But my connection to the switch is only a gigabit. Poor me. Wi-Fi is probably around 300-something megabits.
all of which are orders of magnitude better than what we have here in the old, at least this area of Kentucky.
Yeah, you're kind of in a crap area for that, aren't you?
Yes, sir. And cellular, man, if my wife wouldn't be a little perturbed for me showing the bedroom, which is where this studio, in quotes, is, I've got various antennas, wires strung, just trying to get decent cell signal in here. And it does up the bars to the point where I have 3 bars of cell signal, which, hey, out here, it's not too shabby.
And is that permanent?
And, well, with the antenna, like I have to have it connected to a single location. So my phone's sitting in a single spot. But if I tether my computer or my tablet or whatever to it, then it does get better. It is a more solid connection generally. It was not today. Right now, you and I are talking over the Wi-Fi in the home, and that measly less than 0.5 megabit up is doing the trick right now. Normally, I can get a steady 2 megs up with the megabits up with the cellular using the antenna. Without the antenna, it almost doesn't recognize that I'm even connected to a network. So,
oh wow!
But anyway, I was just saying, just the things that I go through to get decent signal here, over and beyond the phone company's DSL, which is all that's offered out here, unless you want to go satellite, and I'm not going satellite.
And you're not even at the high end of the DSL, right?
Well, this is the highest that they'll offer us.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of out where we are. Yeah, if we lived in town, we could get 50 megs if you're close enough to the whatever they call it. That's not so much a store. TDS is who the service is through, but the office there. Otherwise, 10 megabit. I think they even have 10 megabit symmetric. I don't know what the cost of that would be, but it's 10 megs up and down, which would be nice. Because for us, I think the issue is our pathetic upload speed. If I'm uploading something, it pretty well destroys everybody else's Netflix, which, let's be honest, that's all they use the internet for. Yeah. I use the internet for production. It is a antenna / satellite television replacement is what the internet is here at this house. But that's fine. That's whatever. Yeah, so it's not a very awesome experience. And if you were to get it right now, they wouldn't even offer you the package that we have, our luxurious 5 megabit package. You would only get the 1 megabit package if you were to light up a new service at this address. So
I wonder if that's because they're trying to force you into something else. Do they not offer fiber out there in the boondocks?
Not here, no. Nope.
Okay.
If you go I don't really know how far it is to the curve, which doesn't help anybody, but I know what I'm talking about. There's you have the phone boxes, for lack of a better phrase, the little green boxes that are for phone service. As you drive down the road, when our road connects to the next road, there's one right there. That one does mention a fiber line. There's a sign on it that mentions fiber cables in it. That does not make it out here.
And you didn't ask them if they're willing to.
We've been asking all the time. What we've been told is that there are 7 people on our. They gave me a term. I'm gonna say switch, but that's not the right term.
Okay.
The box that feeds this side, and there's no more houses out here to
it's not worth
up that. So yeah, right now apparently not worth it. So
well, I guess it makes sense because it's expensive to run those things. And they got to pull permits and do all sorts. It's not a cheap venture, and if they're only going to get $50 a month, they definitely won't get that return anytime soon. By the way,
well, we were hoping that they'd get that the grant from the government. I mean, the grant has these things that are supposed to be pushing higher internet speeds to rural areas, and we certainly qualify out here. But apparently, TDS has not either received it or accepted it for this area. Again, I'm sure they're pushing it to markets that have more people. So
they also have to use it. That's the other downside. Just because they're given the money to do certain things doesn't mean the companies are actually using that money for those things. So that's the other flip side to it. The iPad situation. 2017 iPad has an A9 chip with an embedded M9 coprocessor. The Air 2, i.e. was that 2016 model, 2015? The A8X chip with an M8 coprocessor, not embedded. So the A8X is basically the iPhone processor on steroids. That's typically what the X normally means. So the M9 is basically, what is that, the 7?
Hey Siri, all that mess.
But I mean, is that the iPhone 7
right.
processor or something like that?
Yeah, but that coprocessor isn't that what you just said? That's what they use for the background listening and all that mess?
I believe so. I forget.
NSA chip is what I like to call it.
Fancy video again. But anyways, the point is, it's a faster chip, albeit probably barely.
Yeah.
And so maybe what it is that you guys use are different from what I use, so therefore I see a speed increase and you don't. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But it's definitely definitely faster than the...
Plus, like I said, our experience wasn't so much because we did have the Air. My wife had the Air. She gave that to her sister, and we replaced it with the 2017. And they were, per our experience here, pretty well on par with one another. In the Air 2, which is the one that I had at that time before I got the Pro, that one was snappier. So again, they could be. Now we got first batch. I got it pretty well right away, and first batch is really probably not a good idea, generally speaking, especially with Apple products. But in general, we got a first run of the Kia Sedona minivan years ago, and that dude fell apart. The handles breaking off and all kinds of stuff.
What year was yours? Do you remember?
But that's just the Kia.
Yeah.
It was the first year they made the van. Am I telling you right? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. No, I don't remember the year, to be honest with you. All the way back to maybe 2002. It was a nice van, very nice looking van. No issues until after just a couple of years, and then, this broke. Oh, that broke. Hey, look, this broke.
Okay.
So,
we had
anyway,
the Kia Sedona.
first year of it.
We didn't have. It was a few years in. I think my son was born in 2004. We got it when he was a year old, and the van was already 1 or 2. So it was a 2002 or 2003. So it wasn't the first year, but a couple of years after. To date, it's in my top 5 favorite cars I've owned, and I've owned 6. And actually, more than that. It was borderline mint, aside from having children and whatever mess that brings. But mechanically,
A lot.
it was sound until someone rear-ended my wife, interestingly enough, in a court/police station parking lot. The person who hit her
Nice.
Didn't have a license, so that's good.
Oh, well.
But it was weird. Once that
Best
happened,
of the best is what we call that.
chain reaction. But we had already had the car 8 years or something of that nature. It's already paid off. And we were just kind of, at that point, we just said, it still runs great. We're just going to drive it into the ground. It's gonna go.
Right.
But yeah, the AC went out, and then we had it paid. We paid to have it fixed. Went out again, back and forth. Out here, you can get by without heat, but you have to have AC because it gets 120 out here sometimes. That's a little warm. So, but anyways, it was great van until once you got rear-ended for some reason, that jostled everything, boom, boom, and then everything just slowly started to collapse. We didn't even bother trying to sell it. When I went out and got it might have been when I got I forgot what it is now, the Jeep Patriot or the Scion XB, the little shoebox. One of those. To get the money out of it, they didn't even want it as a trade-in. They said thank you, but no thank you. So we called a company. It gave us $500, and they used it for parts to I think they took it to a school.
Metal, probably.
Yeah, well, they took it to a school and used parts for it, and then they sold it from there to do whatever. But it served its purpose for us, and now it's served somebody else's purpose. But it all worked out. It was great. I think it was the XB.
Yeah. We definitely liked it. We definitely liked it for before it fell apart. Even with the handles falling off, we figured out how to open it and used it for another couple of years. The main issue that I had was finding parts for it because, again, being that first run and not a hugely popular vehicle, we had issues finding first party from Kia as well as second party, or was that third party parts, like to replace the handle and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Handles, plural. But either way, yes, as far as vans go, which is the only van we had, it was very nice leather on the inside. It was very nice. But anywho, but all that to say, Apple products, first run especially, if you get it straight out of the gate, pretty good chance you're going to have some issues. And that may have been the issue with my wife's Air. We have had other issues with it since. I've had to the equivalent of reformat it every time, reset it, I suppose, to factory and load her information from backup. So one benefit there, I've gotten good at that, doing it over and over again. But so it may have some issues within it as well. So
yeah, it's possible. I would dare say first runs of anything are probably going to have, they're still working out the kinks. They should have done it in their pre-runs, but they don't want to spend too much money on those because that's a lot of money just to test. So that's why R&D costs so much.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, it only takes Apple or whatever this much money to build it. Yeah, you got they pay a lot of money to guys who design these things. Then they pay a lot of money to have machines made to build them. So, there's money involved.
Yep, and they're making machines to build products, or at least processes to build products that don't ever get released. So there's a lot of money there as well. So yeah, it did cost a lot of money. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel I've paid a good amount, but it's worth it. I got the 8 Plus. I've got the iPad 2017. This was free microphone, but paid for the Saramonic, paid for the Lumix Panasonic camera. None of these were first runs, although that Saramonic looks like the line 1 of the Saramonic. Well, I don't have anything near me, but the 3.5 millimeter plug for a headphone jack, I should say, for a microphone, it doesn't recognize anything when it's plugged in. The other port does, but that one doesn't. So that's frustrating. So if I can use an XLR only, I'm great.
Are you going to...
What's that?
Are you going to send it back, or are you going to take it apart and modify it?
That part I haven't decided. I could, if it's something simple, I could probably fix it. But I mean, what if it's not? What if it's a design flaw? And like we're saying, maybe this is the first run. I just pulled it off of the shelf. This is the box for it. I wonder if it says anything on here. It does have a It does have a. Let me hold it up here. Where can you guys see it? So that's the Ceramonic that I'm talking about. Here's the box. Yada yada. Right here, it's a serial number, and hold this up so Brent can see.
Is it one by any chance?
No, it actually has tape over it, and then on the new sticker below it, there's another serial number. And the serial number is large, but then, I mean, I'm sure they don't say 00000000001 is the serial number for the first one, because that means they've sold over 1 billion of these, if that's the case. But
they're doing well if they did.
Yeah, they're doing very well. Smart Rig Plus, I still like it. I think it's a good product. But yeah, I might. That's interesting. I might need to contact the company. On the back, it says copyright 2011 through 2021. Ceramonic International, a brand of DSQN. I don't know who that is, but
good to know. I'd send that dude back. That's what I do. I mean, if there's a part of it that doesn't work, especially if it's an integral part to what you're using it for, send
it
that
is
fella
not.
Back and at least get a replacement.
Yeah, I probably will. But and then I can check to see how long I've had it. If it's been a month or less, I could probably still return it. Sometimes Amazon gives you really crazy long return plans. So I could look it up. That's one of the benefits of Amazon is, it's
you need to use your Twins on Tech clout is what you need to do. Say, hey, look, I've got a popular.
I don't want to come in flexing
show.
my muscle. That's just, I don't need to intimidate anybody. I just like to roll in under the radar.
I'm just saying.
I mean, if
they
I
might
have
just
to, I have to.
Flood you with Ceramonic equipment. You know what I mean? You never know.
And you know how good I am at making these 900-minute reviews that don't say much.
That's right.
So that'd be good for everybody.
But as long as I can provide a nice little promo video. Go ahead.
How's your timing over there?
27:57, so I've got 2 minutes available.
2 minutes. I tell you what, let's wrap it up here, and I'll give that extra 2 minutes for me with a nap later on. Episode 29 in the can. Maybe next time we'll talk about something specific, but maybe not. Maybe this is the new route. I doubt it. We'll see. Anything to close?
Yeah, maybe.
Mr. Brent?
Nope, nothing for me.
Awesome.
I'm still trying to learn stuff. Don't give up on me.
No,
still working on it.
Don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. We're looking for all those 90 reviews that you keep promising. So we're going to keep reminding you of those until they.
Hey, I don't know that I promised any. To be clear, I don't know that I promised.
No, you did.
I did say. So
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Saying it is promised.
It's on video. I can check.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
But I do have parts recorded. So worst comes to worst, I'll just toss one out.
What?
Yeah. Well, I'll just stop and okay.
What?
I may have had a stroke just then. I'm not sure what happened.
It kind of looked like it. Does something smell like toast?
29. You're taking away from your nap time, buddy. This is.
I'm waiting
you gave
for you.
yourself
You're
2 minutes,
rambling.
and now you have a. I'm just telling you. No, my rambling was actual situational rambling. Now I'm done. No more rambling.
Okay. Everyone have a good one. You'll see us next time.
Take care. Bye. I'm pretty sure situational rambling is a phrase.